Is there any of it left?
No, I buried the rest.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 33 of Bards and Nobles.
Yeah!
Woo! This is the podcast where we work through conflict resolution exercises with dice and beer.
No.
I am Brian, the Dungeon Master, and tonight we've got a full house. Who's with me?
Aaron
I'm with you,
Williams.
Brian.
That's one.
You're joined by Aaron Williams, playing Baron von Beauregard the 6th, the Human Ranger.
What happens to the first 5?
They're old people.
Shirani, let's go.
All right, Charles. That's all we're getting from Blake.
Oh, okay. Charles Nelson playing Max Stormblade, the Human Paladin.
Old Stormcock.
I'm Anthony Boyd, and I'll be playing the half-drow rogue, Grits Grundel.
Trey O'Neill playing Flint McShrimpton, the Dwarf Druid.
And I'm Andrew Danon. I will be playing the Warforged Gunsmith, Elon Musket.
And?
Ralph.
Yep.
That's about right.
So let's, Trey, go ahead and give us a recap of what happened last time.
What happened last time?
Tell it to us, Trey.
Vaguely.
Tell it to us in detail.
I'm going to kind of make this up as I go.
Sounds like
So we, let's see, we went to the Centaur camp, and then there was a big tent. Most of the party got tricked, except for me and Max. We took care of all the bad guys in the tent.
You're like doing a weird recap of like 8 episodes.
Yeah, it's been a while. No, that was all like the last 2
Wow.
episodes.
So this is basically a
that
recap
was
of
a
the whole
long
season.
time ago.
So, all right, anyway, so we fought the gnome in his mech suit, kicked his ass, and then we freed the centaurs, and now we're just like hanging out, taking a nap.
That's actually where
Straight
we left
gang
off. We were
shank
drinking
that
and like
gnome.
resting,
Living.
actually.
Yeah.
And we met up with Von Beauregard the First.
What?
No,
we didn't.
no,
Before we lost him keep.
What's
No,
guy's
that's
name?
like 4 episodes from now.
Oh, okay. Spoiler alert!
Be all
I'm looking at my crystal ball.
No, what's that guy's name?
Thorzug?
Thorzug
and Ralph?
Yeah.
Thorzug
Main
and
man.
Ralph. And he shocked his testicles. Yeah.
Yep.
That's all we're going to say about that.
So yeah,
Ralph the ball shocker.
let's paint the scene. You guys, you said just killed the gnome. You guys are in the battle-worn centaur village, hanging out with Thorzug and Ralph. Were you guys resting? Like you guys just chilling? Because last I heard you guys were like
camp.
Yeah, I think we were
just
gonna
making
kinda
camp in their camp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Campception.
Okay, cool.
Never expected that.
So yeah, you guys do that. You rest. How long are you guys trying to rest for?
Long.
Yeah, we should set up watch.
8 days.
I'm waiting for that tent to burn out so I can get that pile of gold.
Right? It probably is just a giant melted pile of gold by now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for the big tent to burn out so that I can get that pile of gold.
I add fuel to the big tent.
Let's go pile on.
another tent.
I help Flint pile on more tents.
It's gonna be
The
all
only source of
melted
fuel
together.
is going to be other tents. Is that what you guys are? You're just
I'm just glad we're working together finally.
I second guess
Headline
myself
goals.
on this. 1, because I don't trust Flint. 2, because this is the Centaur's home and I back down.
So you're just like, I don't trust you. Like that's incredibly rude.
I lead with, these are the Centaur's homes. I don't know if we should continue to burn them.
All right.
I mean, they're not living in them now.
Yeah. I don't see any
He
centaurs.
was not concerned about their lives.
I'm pretty sure those
He'll murk them, but he won't.
they're probably dead.
Be spared.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they can just rebuild them, right?
Lest we
I mean,
forget, we were sent here to try to help other centaurs, not just murder all the centaurs.
Have you seen the
We're
decor?
helping them die.
We're helping them build better homes.
Has 8 hours gone
It's
by?
the ultimate end for all things, right? You guys doing like a full long rest?
Yeah, has a long rest
We need
happened
to.
while we've been...
I'll take the first watch.
I will join.
I mean, it
Max
was
in
like midday.
No, you said it was getting close to sundown.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's midnight now after your long rest.
Oh,
It was
all right.
pretty uneventful. I mean, it was an empty village that you guys
Yeah, we
had already
murdered
cleared
everybody.
Did the fire burn out?
I would like to talk to.
yeah, let's talk to
out.
Thorzog.
It's
Thorzog.
smoking embers at this point.
Hot.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to get that gold. That's Grits' bottom line is I'm trying to get that gold.
Yeah, there's a
like to
pretty
assist
large
him.
mound of melted gold.
Nice.
How large?
I think he said pretty.
It's unwieldy, so it'd be difficult for one person to carry. Because it just kind of puddled out. There's no container or anything. It just puddled.
See, we
on
should have
the
put
dirt.
everything in a chest first. So it had a nice big bar of gold.
What about a
Because
guy?
chests don't burn.
It could have been a metal chest.
I mean, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. So.
I am sitting there contemplating how I'm going to get this gold out.
Okay. All right. You're talking to Thorzog?
I'm talking to Thorzog.
All right. What are you saying?
I want to ask him about like the night attacks at Sedlio and stuff, and like the attacks at Blood Blossom Watch. Like, what do I know about what areas are affected by these attacks and how often they are, like all the other stuff? And then
Go ahead and give me a history check.
All right.
You know, the more I drink this beer, the not as bad it tastes.
Which one is that?
It is the
That's how beer works.
Lagunitas Ale.
Lagonita.
It was like super hoppy when I
Yeah.
first started drinking it, but now that I'm like, you know, 3/4 of the way through
Lagunitas
it,
makes
it
some
doesn't
good
taste
stuff.
that bad.
What's that?
They do, but this one is not some of the
I
good
rolled a
stuff.
17.
As far as the attacks
Bards
from
and beer
the
reviews.
the night creatures or demons, as some people call them, it's just a pretty common way of life. At least close to all the settlements, or at least all the close congregations of civilization. You have noticed the past week or so that, like here, for some reason, the centaurs are unaffected. It seems to be no sign of those creatures. Place like Harstead Swamp, there was something that you kind of get the sense was either warding them off or they weren't bothered to show up at. But everywhere else, and this is for all of you guys, as far as pockets of civilization, they do show up at night.
Okay. So I want to ask Thorzog like just what else he knows, being at Blood Blossom Watch and having dealt with them with their like attack parties.
He's just like, I don't know, man. It's been like that as far as I can remember. And I've always stayed pretty close to the city. And you know, the watch gets hit pretty hard every night, but yeah, it's just another day.
All right. Fair enough.
Another night.
Do we have a fire right now?
Yeah, sure. You guys kept
Yeah.
the big fire going, the bonfire?
Well, I mean, not the one that
the
was
one
on top
the
of
tent. Yeah, the one on the tent. We kept that
we
going.
can set another tent on fire.
Fueled with more tents?
I set a different tent on fire.
Perfect. It's post-apocalyptic
Wait, I-
centaur camp.
I checked the tent for valuables,
Yeah.
and then I
and
set
then
the
burn
tent.
those valuables.
Monetary or sentimental? Because tons of sentimental value, probably.
Question.
Look, they won't know that I set the fire.
I mean, how would he know that they're sentimental?
I'm just saying,
Sentimental to
probably.
him.
It's a...
So
Can I
Make
roll?
an insight check on his
Can I roll for
sentimental
sentiment?
value.
That was my favorite pile of horse shit.
while Flint is doing that, Baron would like to be collecting some centaur meat from both the horse half and the human half
All right.
to determine if I'm here to answer a question.
I mean,
Okay, sure.
You know what? You could just cut from right in the middle, like where the two halves meet.
also cut from there.
Yeah.
You should like wrap some of the like human half in horse.
Ooh.
And then
I'm very curious if they taste differently.
yeah.
So
I'm horrified at seeing that.
I'm sorry, I have my hand raised.
Nobody gives a shit. Roll for hand raising.
Yeah. All right. Quick question about the centaurs.
Yeah.
Do they just kind of poop everywhere, kind of like horses, or are they more like humans and they have like?
I do wanna know
You did
this.
notice.
It's very important.
You did notice at the previous camp with the other centaurs, they did have designated like trough areas. So it's kind of like a mix of both. They still pooped outside, but there's a designated area for that.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So, what did you roll on your insight roll?
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, I mean, you see some like stitched together dolls and stuff that would probably belong to a kid, but I mean, you can't really tell. It looks like a half horse, half human doll. You don't care.
Burn it.
Wait, you just tell me I don't care?
Wait, is it a voodoo doll?
You can't tell how much sentimental value there is. It just looks like stupid centaur crap to you.
All right. Light it up.
All right, so what else are you guys doing? Like I said, it's like you guys are fully rested, but you went to sleep really early, like you're working third shift, and like this is like it's middle of the night. You're wide awake now.
I'm curious if Baron eats a human half of a centaur, does that make him a cannibal?
No, it's a centaur.
No, definitely.
I mean, but
centaurs aren't people.
Human.
Yeah.
Whoa. Easy. I would like to apologize to all of our centaur listeners.
You're people too.
All our centaur can deserve an apology.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what are you guys doing?
I go retrieve our mounts that we left near the water.
Roasting a meal.
Okay.
I'll go help Max. Well, I guess I'm setting a fire, so I'm doing that.
That doesn't take too
all right,
long.
just give me a survival check because it's the middle of the night. You're a human.
Can I help Max?
I thought you were setting fires. You just said that.
I'm done. Fire's up.
You've got to start it. You have to tend to it. He walked off a while ago.
Druidcraft. Boom. Fire.
I got a 15.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you go and corral your mounts back with you.
When Max gets back, I tell him, thanks for retrieving Barnaby, and I offer him some select cuts that have been cooked and prepared.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if it was tartare or if you cooked it.
Well, I cooked it.
Okay.
I cooked it.
Centaur sashimi.
No. I've cooked it and prepared it. You want me to roll a survival cooking or whatever?
Where's Ralph? Is he around?
I'm eyeing that steak.
Oh, he's eating another centaur.
In a different way.
He's eating that from the back. Survival?
Yeah.
20.
From underneath.
Non-naturally.
Yeah, you cook it up, you garnish it, you plate it. It looks amazing.
How's this mise en place?
So, and I have the 3 different areas.
Nice
It's like
centaur roux.
this is
How's this garmager?
this is the horse cuts. These are the man part cuts. And then
I feel like we need to clarify the man part cuts.
these are from the part of the centaur
I mean, is it
that
like,
looks like man.
Is it?
I mean, and it looks good. Like he's prepared it very
And
well.
then these are the in between bits.
really?
Wait, what's the difference between man parts and in between bits?
Can I?
They're not mutually
I still have my
exclusive.
bag.
Baron, did you level up
Yes, I
since
have.
last time? Go ahead and mark down that you have the gourmand feat.
Gourmand.
Hot dang.
Yeah.
Gourmand.
Look at you just handing out feats.
Shit.
Oh no, he's been practicing his cooking, man. He's getting better at it.
Next, will be hanging out legs.
Get out, Lloyd.
Wouldn't the joke be hands?
Kibe walks up to Baron.
I offer him a cut
Hey,
Giving
Baron,
out hands?
you got any more of that horse wiener?
right here for you, sir.
When did Kibe become a redneck?
You got any of that there horse wiener?
There, horse wiener.
I offer him a slice.
Kibe, Mr. Hands Takashigani.
Can you
I take the horse
make a hot
wiener
dog out of that?
and I find grits.
Yep.
And I say, I thought you might be hungry. And I hand it to him.
I just look at him and I look at this horse wiener. I'm
No.
like,
It
like
doesn't
3
look
feet
like a
long.
horse wiener. I
You don't know
prepared
it's a horse wiener.
I prepared it into thin slices. It's like shaved beef.
It's shaved horse wiener.
it's like roast beef.
Yeah, it looks like shaved beef.
I look at Kibe. I'm like, I'm not eating centaur.
So, I say, okay.
Thor's
Ralph
always just
definitely
laughing his
has a
ass
little
off
bit.
at all this. He's just like, you guys are crazy. He's just down in whatever alcohol he has.
that grog
Speaking
or
of
whatever.
Yeah.
I look at Kibe. I'm like, I'm not eating.
Got one
I'm
more?
not eating that.
Yeah.
He wants one.
I would like to roll for grits starving to death tonight.
I have rations I can eat.
Yeah, I eat rations.
I don't even need to eat.
I'd like to sneakily
We'll assume
put
you
some,
guys ate whatever you needed to eat.
Decided to eat.
Can I try to sneak some horse
fried
wiener
ration.
into Grits' rations?
You trying to do what?
I'm trying to
Horse
sneak some
wiener.
sleight of hand, some horse wiener into Grits' rations.
Give me a stealth check. Sleight of hand. Yeah.
That's not bad.
versus your perception.
Roll for it. Roll for it. Or you want me to use passive?
No.
Contested roll. Contested roll.
Contested roll.
I want
Trey,
this
can
to
you
happen.
watch this roll?
One.
You got one?
Sounds like Grits is eating some horse
'Cause
wiener.
I got
It
17.
was like cocked up on another dice, and I was like,
Really?
as soon as I moved the dice, it was like a 19 and a 1. And just
Speaking of
Cocked,
cocked
you
up,
say.
I got 17. Just
All right, yeah, you sneak some wiener in there.
Yeah. That's what she
I just
said.
pat Grits on the back and walk off.
Is there any left? Is there any of it left?
No, I buried the rest.
Barrett would really like to taste some cock.
I was really hoping I could.
Half man.
No, there's a lot left. I just buried it.
Gotcha. I do have some Centaur Mountain oysters
Yep,
prepared.
I figured.
So, dig in, everybody.
Wait, is one of those
please be morning?
So yeah, this feasting on centaur parts carries on into the morning. You guys,
I really have to
laugh your
know
ass off.
an answer to the
To what?
question. Does the horse part of the centaur taste different than the man part of the centaur?
We'll say odds yes, evens no. No, they taste the exact same.
I am thoroughly
like
surprised.
chicken?
All right, continue on with your narrative.
So yeah, morning rolls around,
Thank God.
and the two tents you set on fire are now just piles of ash, barely giving off wisps of smoke. The sun breaks the clouds and breaks over the treetops as dawn arrives. What are you guys doing?
Cooking centaur
Guarding
bacon.
it.
Still? Jesus. There are no more centaur bodies. You've just cooked every one of them. You guys have had a solid 14 hours of just
Chop it up and cook it.
Did you slow cook some? Is there a barbecue? Get some
brought a
ribs.
smoker with him?
Get some front ribs and some back ribs.
Yeah.
I wake up. I'm going to the lake to just take a morning
okay.
dip.
Morning
to clean
shit.
off.
I am brushing out Madison's coat.
Okay. All right. So
I take my new
I'm
mount, my
fixing-
pig, with me.
okay.
I go and dig up the horse wiener and put it in my bag.
All right.
I'm
Like
fixing-
Hawaiian roasted it overnight.
Yeah.
It's not even coals. He just buried it. It's just dirty now.
Just the way he likes it.
Aids to perfection.
Braised cock.
I'm so glad I cooked this centaur.
Dirty horse wiener.
Oh my god.
I'm fixing my belly compartment so I can finally get it open.
All right. Sure.
That's
you
fine
fixed
doing. Hooray!
Max, what are you doing?
it.
I'm, feeding my pet lion some rations.
Here, I got some centaur meat for you.
I think he's
I would like to approach
Did you
Ralph.
eat some?
good. No.
Well, as you approach
No, I
Ralph,
have
Thorzak's
rations.
talking to him, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna head back to Blood Blossom. You want to come with me? You're gonna stick around here? What are you doing?"
Man, that sounds pretty good. This group's a bunch of freaks, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll hang around for a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Smacks you on the butt, lets you guys know that he's off, and then he takes off.
I mean, I would just,
did he
I would just
want
like
any
to
other
take
gold?
note.
He forgot about it. He was wasted.
Fucking sweet. All right, cool.
I would just like to take note that you just said we were freaks, but he's the one that appeared with giant horse wiener in his mouth.
Yep, looks like he found
Just
his
saying.
his group.
It wasn't wiener. It was balls.
I mean,
So
Yeah,
you
let's
approach
be real,
Ralph.
okay?
we're too far away. We don't know.
I approach Ralph and I just want to apologize that I didn't give you the traditional druid greeting. And I cast good berries.
I eat them out of his hand.
What?
He just starts laughing at them.
I was like, interesting. Where I come from, we crush good berries and shake hands. But where are you from, friend?
Oh, land far away.
So suck on
Okay.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Any idea what direction from here, or
Can't dox Ralph.
Man, why are you so interested in all my details, man? Come on.
I don't know.
As
man.
one
big
druid
it
to
is.
another, we can just let those things be. The past is the past.
As one druid to another, off his dick.
I cast good berries.
He's digging up horse cock.
I don't know, man. We fought some guys together. I just trying to make conversation.
Ate some horse wiener together.
I did not do that, but you will.
I'm from a distant land.
Hey man, I'm from Kanakapis, so you from anywhere around there?
No, I'm from a place called the Emerald Isle.
Oh,
But-
do I know where that is?
Give me a history check.
Southwest of the Emerald Dream.
History 16.
You've heard the name Emerald Isle before, but you didn't ever think it was a real place. Like it's like an Atlantis, or just like a fake mythological story tale type.
He's telling you shit.
Suck
Yeah.
that.
He's telling you a bullshit story
So I immediately distrust him.
as a druid.
Yeah. All right, man. That's an
I
interesting
cast-
story.
I cast good berries and I hold my hand out, expecting him to lap it up from my hand as well.
With what's left in my hands after he ate, I crush those good berries, and I reach out to shake his hand with his crushed good berries.
All right, that sounds good enough.
I shake his hand, and I'm like,
each other's
all right, man.
berries over here.
Yeah, we're just touching berries
I think
together.
they're berry brothers now.
Yeah.
I come over and I start eating the good berries out of both of their hands.
I just imagine.
Crab, like
Yeah, I just imagine Kibe crawling up and just like, ooh, like imagine Zoidberg.
Zoidberg. I was just thinking about Zoidberg.
I just disgusted at both of them. I wipe my hand off and walk away.
I allow this to continue.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, he does.
A true druid at heart.
Yeah.
After I've been at the lake, just cleaning, prestidigitating all the filth off of my stuff,
Yeah.
and getting ready.
okay,
Prestidigitate, just clean up my new pig mount, and
sure. He's
Sorry.
pretty filthy. It's a big,
yeah,
giant pig.
I clean it,
Boar.
Gotcha.
and I try to figure out what to name him.
Okay.
Do you?
A warthog, would you
Do
say?
you figure out what to name him?
Not yet,
Gotcha.
because I don't know.
Warthog.
Hamilton.
Chief.
The rest of this episode will be coming up with names for a pig.
Do you guys continue
Stay
this
tuned.
conversation just sitting around the lake, or are you heading back to anywhere else?
I suggest the name Porky.
I say, let's
I meet up
go.
with the group. I'm like, hey guys, you want to go back to the Centaur camp and tell them they're good to go now?
Yeah. Let's do that.
And then
We should offer them some meat as well.
We're at the Centaur camp. I feel like, aren't we at the Centaur camp?
we're at the
The other
Centaur
one.
homestead.
Oh.
The Centaur camp is.
Yeah, they made a forward camp.
Well, I mean,
Got
what's
it.
left of the Centaur homestead?
We only burned 2 tents.
True. The main one and then the second main one.
I agree. The fight was 2 tense.
God damn
I leave. I head straight towards the Centaur camp.
I like to get on my mount and
I follow
him.
Grit so that he can't go rat us out.
All right.
I kind of lash up my rhino,
Yeah.
and then I try to hop on Gritz's mount with him.
Yeah.
Do we still have the jug of
It's up
stuff?
to you. You took it, right?
Yeah, I mean, but like the battle ensued, we kind of left it laying around. Did it
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
through?
You have it.
Okay.
Magical items are harder to break than normal things. so-
Question.
Did you guys leave the pool of gold?
So I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Can the acid that jug creates, can that melt the gold?
If it does melt it, it'll dissolve it, not like liquefy it.
Well, I mean, so what I'm thinking
I
about,
don't think you can do that to gold.
It's magic acid.
the can do whatever he wants.
We can just make. We can just like Kibe like break it up and put it in your bag of holding.
Yeah. Kibe, can I mean, gold's pretty malleable. Can you like
That's
use
true.
your strong pincers and chop this up?
I do that.
You're going to try to Edward Scissorhands just this mound of gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's paper thin at this point. I noticed that earlier.
You see, DM,
I like how everyone's DMing tonight.
we have noticed that the gold separated itself into 7 equal piles.
into individual ounce.
All right, here. Gold is pretty malleable. The mound is pretty big. Go ahead and give me a strength check to try to break it up.
All right. 22.
22.
Pretty dope.
Girl.
Ooh, girl.
You're able to kind of like smudge or chip some of the edges, but the mound itself it's solidified. It's solid gold. Like you.
I walk up to Elon and say, "Mission accomplished," and I go
sir.
back to my mount.
Yeah, he was able to like scrape off some gold shavings.
I would like to produce or get the jug to make some acid and use the acid that's in there to kind of pour it in kind of like a line on the pile of gold just to get a chunk out.
Okay. How much acid do you have? How much does it produce? You have it written down?
It's like 5 gallons.
It's not 5.
It's
not for
definitely
acid.
not 5 gallons of
No,
acid.
it's not.
I think you can get like 5 gallons of mayo, but
Yeah, you can get 5 gallons of mayo.
Put 5 gallons of mayo on it.
That
of acid, you get 8 ounces.
8 ounces?
We could
Yeah.
slide it.
So I mean, you as you pour some on there, you see the sizzle, and it kind of eats away a line of the gold, but I mean, it doesn't
do
liquefy
anything?
Yeah,
All right.
it's
Wow.
a little lighter now.
does it corrode it at all?
No.
That's right. You passed this test.
You know what? I'm just going to be like...
Elemental chemistry quiz?
I'm gold doesn't rust.
I'm just going to be like, this is too much trouble. I'm just going to leave it and go to the village with everybody else.
You could have said, "Yes, you find out it's not gold."
We'll leave it for the centaurs to help rebuild the tents that we destroyed or something. I don't know. Whatever.
So, you guys make your way to the centaur camp.
I'm going
right?
to carry the jug
Yeah,
with me.
yeah.
though.
Correct.
I'm curious, is there evidence of somebody eating a centaur in our camp or no?
There's definitely mangled bodies and bones of centaurs everywhere.
Oh.
We can blame it on the gnome.
Roll for cover up.
Did you try to cover it up, or I mean, how?
No,
I
we're
don't know,
gone.
you just
No,
cleaned
man,
and
I was
discarded
cutting it
bones?
up.
All right, yeah.
Just straight butchering.
I'm checking the jug with me. By the
Okay,
way.
yeah. You guys make your way back to the centaur camp, and you see them just milling about doing random centaur,
Centaur
stuff.
things.
Random centaur shit.
Yeah. Someone notices you and calls out, and Carrasco, who's been kind of your liaison, rides up to you guys, and he's like, is
He
it-
rides
What does he
up to
ride
us?
on?
yeah, himself. Like, he trots up to you.
He's on another centaur.
Sometimes you got to ride yourself, man.
He was in the middle. Him and his wife were in the middle of the intimates.
Whoa. Whoa.
Too far, too soon.
They do it horse
No, they've
style.
been trying for children for a long time.
Okay.
So we successfully asked you.
We say, yes, we managed to drive out the
evil.
the evil from that area, and you should find your camp restored to you. There were, of course, some centaur fatalities that were unfortunate.
Oh, how many? Were any of our brothers able to be saved?
Saved a
I
couple,
turn and I
didn't we?
ask, were we able to save any of them?
Were we able to say? I think we saved like 3.
Yeah, a couple were
I think
unconscious.
we didn't.
Kibei
kill-
looks at his bag. Yeah.
Yeah, we saved some.
The two.
Does
I
anyone
still got some if
There's
you want
two.
it.
Yeah.
does anyone notice or try to stop me from pulling some of the meat out?
Did we not? Did we not save? I thought
I
we
was-
saved that one that me and Thorzug was wrestling down. Like he was the third one.
Yeah.
He got eaten.
You
know what? Fair
That
enough.
we're still alive.
No, you killed him first. You guys made sure they're all dead.
I don't actually say anything, but I hand him some of the meat.
Okay. As he's talking to you, he's just like, oh, he takes it and just takes a bite out of it and continues the conversation. He's just,
I'm just looking like, no.
I am mortified. Grits has seen some horrible things in his day. This is the most horrible.
he says, says, "Well, thank you. What will you do now? Did you
I'm
were able
going
to
back.
find enough?"
I'm going back to the city. I don't want to be here anymore, and I ride off.
He says before you leave, he's like, "Well, be careful. Trouble may not be completely past us. We found 2 more of our brothers outside the camp, mangled and mauled, and just it was a horrific sight."
Do you mind taking me to them? I might be able to identify them. They're the way that they died.
Sure, yeah, of course.
I'm behind him going, no.
So yeah, I mean, he immediately just starts leading you. Does everyone else like follow, or what do you guys do?
No,
I follow.
I am going towards the city.
Okay,
I would like to go check on Nibbles because we left him
with
kind of
them.
repairing and healing up.
I'll ride with Grits.
Okay.
I'm going with him, and I just like to point out to Grits and Shrimp that I have the map. So good luck finding the city.
We all have them.
What? I feel like I know. Do I know where the city is? I know the way back to Sedlio.
I mean, you know the direction it's at, but you're still like pretty much out in the wild. Having a map would definitely help navigate back.
But we have a map. I'll let you borrow that map if you like.
I mean,
and I folded it up and I put it in my satchel.
All right.
I mean, once you get out of the forest, don't
just-
you?
You guys will
wait
meet
on-
back up. Don't worry.
Just wait on us.
No, we split the group forever.
Listen, if you guys
I
go,
don't know if you guys know this. This is Grits quitting. He's done. He's fed him centaur meat. He's out.
they bring you back to Nibbles, and they tried to fix him up, and it's very like rudimentary, just like wood.
I was going to say he's made
and,
together with
like,
sticks now.
Yeah, there's like sticks on top. It looks more like it's weighing him down and kind of making him bulkier and making it harder for his busted legs to move.
Oh.
But they tried. Like they almost made him like centaur, like a second set of stabilizing wood.
That's what I'm
posts.
talking about.
That's my stage name, Stabilizing Wood.
They bring
To these
Karaska
two
brings you
corpses.
to the 2 corpses. It's to the eastern side of the camp, near the front entrance, and there's one of them is just like looks like it's been attacked and torn up by a tiger or some large cat. The other one has its head just like completely ripped off, and there's just
Like
there's
a tiger or something.
no. That one has a lot of like stab and sword wounds. And like,
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
just-
So
these
I've
two
already
bodies are
identified
pretty
that it was a tiger, a
disgusting.
cat, and a person.
Yeah. These 2 bodies are pretty messed up.
Gotcha. I'd like to just investigate to see if I can sort of even further refine this determination.
Okay, no, you recognize them as the ones that you guys as the 2 that you guys killed when you first came to the
Gotcha.
camp.
I still go through this ruse.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
I still pretend to not know who they are.
I rolled an 11 on my investigation. Do I know more?
Nope, you don't know any more because you know everything that you could possibly know about these 2 already.
Gotcha. I tell Course Crux?
Karaska.
Why can we never get names right on this fucking
I know.
podcast?
Everyone's gonna be Bob now.
Yeah. I tell
Bob 1 or Bob
Karaska,
2?
I'm sorry for your loss, but I hope that whoever did this comes to justice.
It's a deception check. I didn't lie.
No, you
Do you want us to come to justice? You want us to get in jail
I'm
for
pretty
murder?
sure it was Flint who did this.
You fired a shot too. You had your short swords.
He-
We
he
both
looks-
had the argument of a sneak
He
attack.
cocks an eyebrow at you and he says, your human sense of humor is still a mystery to me. But we'll do everything we can to protect ourselves and to seek revenge for our brothers.
And then we depart.
I am already halfway there. Because I knew what they were found.
I totally forgot.
I scream out, they don't suspect us.
Say it, you
Those idiots don't suspect a thing.
He's standing right behind you. So yeah, you guys, now that you are, the party's all back together, plus Ralph, you guys head north, or are you heading north to Sedlio? Is that what you wanted to do?
To Sedlio.
I asked Ralph where he wants to go.
I have no freaking clue, man.
You don't know where you want to be?
No, man, but this has been pretty interesting as it is. So, you know.
How do you make it through life without any goals?
It's pretty awesome.
And then we continue forward after that short conversation.
How do you make it through life sucking?
All right.
Literally.
I mean, it's a pretty uneventful ride through the Biravian countryside. The two suns just beating down on everything.
We're all riding together.
Yeah, you guys have caught back up to each other.
I'm on my own mount.
You're gonna have to. Are you walking or riding, Elon? Because Nibbles is still not at 100%. So
He had
slow.
a
I'm just
boar,
walking
though.
next to him.
Huh?
He had a boar though.
True. That's why I asked him.
I'll ride the boar, and then
Okay.
Nibbles can just kind of keep up,
Okay.
hobble along.
All right. So I mean, it's afternoon, but you guys do see Sedlio up ahead. Once through the perimeter of the farmland surrounding the city, you get through the front gate, and everything looks like it's back to normal. All the signs of festivities from the week before are cleaned up. It just looks like the regular, everyday hustle and bustle of city life. It's a bright, cloudy day. What are you guys doing once you get to the city?
What?
I mean, it's a bright, cloudless day. What are you guys doing once you get into the city?
I tell them I have to partake in the shopping montage. If they want to join me, they can.
I write in the journal to the guy that's above us. What is his name?
Norik.
Norik. I write in the journal to Norik that
Before you write that down,
Okay.
you open it and you see a message from him.
Oh shit! I read it.
And it's just
Hit notifications turned off. It's fine.
Does it buzz when we have a message?
It doesn't. It's permanently on silent.
Just like my phone.
There's 2 or 3 messages asking
explains a lot.
for a report. And then in the final one, you can tell the handwriting is getting a little more urgent, like if written faster. And he's asking what
Did you write in all caps?
did you withhold any information from me? What have you told the king? Is there anything I need to know? And then afterwards, it's just he says, I'll be going on a mission myself, and I'll be unavailable for an undetermined amount of time. And then that's it. It's pretty cryptic. It's very short.
Are the messages dated?
They
I asked
are.
this
Date
question.
timestamp.
They are not. But you can kind of tell, just like it automatically indents when he skips a couple lines. So like you can already tell that they're spaced apart. On like they're sent on different days or different.
Does he get
Sure.
back the red tag once we read it?
We don't know.
So I would like to write back that we successfully tracked down these rumors of the dragon.
Mhm.
Turned out that it was, and I explained that it was a gnome using magical artifacts to basically scare people and pull a Scooby-Doo on them.
Gotcha.
And
The great wizard Scooby-Doo. Scoobius Doobus.
I ignore his part about did we tell the king anything extra,
Mhm.
and I say good luck in your quest. We will speak again when you return.
Okay.
I would like to ask around if there is a temple of Lyra.
Of Lyra?
Lyra.
Give me an investigation check.
I would like to find a bar and get a beer.
Sure.
13.
What kind of beer?
Surprise me.
Do Warforged drink often?
Yeah. No, but I do.
I would also like the DM to hand me a beer.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Yo.
This beer is brought to you
Anybody
by
else need a beer?
Alibi. You know what? Go ahead and hand me. Is there a High Life?
Yeah, I got you right here.
Actually, you know what? Go with the grab bag. Hand me a grab bag, Brian.
Mystery bag. Mystery bag.
What's the highlight?
All right. So on a 13,
13.
you do find a temple of Lyra.
Nice.
I would like to take the rest of my crossbow bolts that I have.
Mhm.
I'd like to wrap them in a bit of cloth and set them on any sort of shrine that's out the front.
Sure.
And a single gold coin.
Okay.
And I give thanks to Lyra for keeping us safe. And then I rejoin the group.
Okay.
Interesting.
And I go shopping for more crossbow bolts.
ask Grits if we can go by the grocery store on his shopping trip.
I tell Kibe he is welcome to go to the grocery store anytime. He is an adult.
I say then.
Wait, anytime he is an adult or anytime he's an adult?
Where's that comma?
You know what? It doesn't matter.
I say no. I don't want to go on your shopping trip. Then I go try to find a grocery store.
I go with Kibe.
I would like to go get parts to fix nibbles.
Ralph turns into a cat and just perches on top of a tall building.
Of course he does.
That seems about right.
That seems
What are you doing, Max?
I go just resupply, get rations and stuff.
I mean, over the course of the day, are you guys going to like rest or do anything? Like, presumably, if whatever you're aiming out to do is succeeded.
I try to trade some of the centaur meat to the grocery store that we go to.
I would like to find a jeweler.
Okay.
I'd like to find a tailor.
Or a tinker.
Gotcha.
Candlestick maker.
I want a bag of salt to dry my horse penis.
Wait, does Kibe have a horse penis or does he have a horse penis?
Both?
What's the difference?
Let's see.
I just don't want y'all to detect when I sneak penis in there, so I want it to be dried out. And instead of rancid.
Wait,
Some penis
if it's
jerky.
dry, isn't it more noticeable?
No. It becomes penis jerky.
Yeah.
Is anybody gonna stop by your house?
Oh, that's where I'm going after
guild
I-
hall or whatever.
After I get my bag of salt, that's where I'm
this,
going.
we'll go to the guild hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pick up parts and then I go to the guild hall to start fixing nibbles.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, Elon, since you're the first one to go back to the guild hall, as you go to open the door, a mouth appears on the door itself. You recognize
Hello,
this. It's
Captain Kraken.
you recognize the spell from a former life or whatever.
Seems strangely familiar.
You recognize the voice, and even the visage of the mouth is actually High Inquisitor Vissus.
God damn it. I hate that guy.
And it says, Dawnguard, the Rune Lord Nork will be unavailable for the foreseeable future. You are to report to the Citadel of Loom to receive orders directly from the king in 5 days.
Is it dated?
Yeah, does it give me a date when this was
You
put
assume
in?
because it's magical nature, it detected you and it gives you the accurate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 5 days from now. Got it.
I try to stick my claw in the mouth.
So yeah, you guys have 5 days
guess
to do
I'm not
whatever
there.
you want.
Oh, God.
I wait patiently. No.
So over the course of the 5 days, you will repair nibbles.
Yep.
All right, yeah. 5 days is plenty of time to do that.
I take off all the crappy wood the centaurs tacked onto him.
Okay. And we'll just go in a circle.
I go talk to Grits and I say, hey, we need to offload these gems. You want to go with me to negotiate a price on them?
As soon as I take care of my thing.
He's got to masturbate. What's your? I mean, you baiting?
No, I'm getting a coat made.
Ooh.
Cloak made.
Hey Max, you want to go sell some stuff with me?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right, you have fun with your coat. Come on, Max.
Shopping montage.
We'll say shrimp. That for some reason or another you stopped at the post office. Anyways, you found a letter addressed
Oh.
to you.
All
You
right.
do have
Son
one.
of a bitch.
I was going to do that anyway, but all right.
You actually see it. It's addressed to both shrimp and grits.
All right. Is Max with me right now?
Max is with you.
Yes.
All right.
I'm right here, dude.
Hey, man.
He's like, oh, you got
What up, Brad?
I ask aloud, is Max here?
Oh shit! Didn't see you.
Still kind of hungover from
Why
the
are
night
you so
before.
quiet?
Such heavy armor, but he's so sneaky.
Also, FYI, this beer is disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Which beer is it?
It's the
cold
Rogue
cold brew
IPA.
Here.
India Pale Ale blended with cold brew coffee.
Try
Well, I
that.
can tell you. I
wanna
can tell
try.
you right now.
I wanna
This
try
Left Hand Brewing Company, Wake Up the Dead Nitro, Russian.
We're back.
Incredible.
All right, guys, the Miller High Life. Apparently, it's a champagne of beers. Miller, keep it up. I'm sure you're
All
going to
right,
make it in the future.
So Max, you see that he received this letter
I told you.
Try it.
addressed to both Shrimp and Grits.
Brittany, if you're listening, never buy that beer again.
Okay. I open the
love you.
letter.
Okay.
And I kind of walk away from Max as I'm
Fine, you
reading
can
it.
drink it.
Okay.
Yeah, I stay away so that you
All
can
right.
read it in private.
Bartender, can I have another beer, please?
Hey, Brittany, you on Tinder?
Surprise me with not another rogue.
This is
Indian
more
pale ale.
a beer podcast than it is a D&D podcast.
Okay.
Whatever.
You read
You
through
like
the letter, and it's addressed to both of you. First, it says, "Congratulations on the success of the last mission. Everything went swimmingly.
speak.
No work is available right now. Tread carefully. There are some powerful players in the city, and that." Your Auntie Annie is setting up a bakery in town, and you should stop by to say hi.
Now knowing thieves can't,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
You know that there is a woman in the group of the Red Right Hand that goes by Annie. Her code name is Auntie.
Is she okay? Annie, is she
I guess you'll have to find out.
I'll report back to you.
And bakery is definitely a front for some of the goods that she sells.
All right. I pocket the letter and then I say, Max, we need to offload some of these jewels and, get them into gold so we can buy some other stuff later. So
Sounds like a great idea. Let's do it.
we look for a jeweler.
You find one. Are you just trying to sell the jewels?
Yeah.
All right. You sell them.
How much are they worth?
Did I tell you what they were?
No, you said we found a bunch or something.
Bunch?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it was at least 2,000.
At least 2,000?
2,000 jewels.
Your appraisal value is just a little bit off. That's
all
like
zirconia.
that's like pristine condition, but these are used.
No.
slash good.
2,000 individual jewels.
These are used good. I'm going by the KBB of jewels.
How many miles do these jewels have on them?
You don't want to know.
Half of these are cute.
Where's the jewel facts? I need the jewel facts. See how many accidents they've been in.
How many other things they've been in?
All right, you get
what are my beads worth?
670 gold worth of jewels.
Sounds kind of shitty.
That's pretty good.
I'll take it. What's how much is a gold worth in this?
It's 1 unit of currency, man. It's
what's the average household income of a Sedlian? I would also like to point out I just established what
you know what?
A Sedlian.
There's It's really hard to tell, man.
Is this like a feudal system where there's a huge gap between
Yes.
the lower and upper
Yep.
class?
It
So
is.
there is no middle class.
Yeah.
Everyone else does subsistence farming.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, as much gold as you guys are, you're pretty well off compared to the average person.
I like to find the equivalent of Bernie Sanders and talk.
All right, so
Gotta
stop
redistribute some of
at
this wealth.
Inquisitor Vices. No.
And that
lines up.
him.
Max, are you doing anything?
What? All right. What?
What?
Are
you still with Grits? I'm Shrimp. Sorry.
Yeah, hey Shrimp, I need to go ask around about some things. I'll see you guys back at the house.
You just got ditched.
All right, cool, man. I guess I'll just be by myself.
Suck it.
And I go to a local
Bye,
tavern.
Max.
I'll
see you later, Max.
The Make-A-Wish
See ya.
Foundation. Visit sick kids.
I go to just either a local tavern or someplace
Brothel.
where there's where people normally gather and chit chat.
Sure.
And I start asking around
8 titties fall out.
about if there have been any recent dragon attacks or anything like that, because my village was
Right.
destroyed by a dragon attack, and
In this part of town, where did I put that?
16 titties.
We'll say in this area. It's the piazza. It's instead of like a tavern, it's more of like an outdoor, like everyone just kind of hangs out.
All right.
Area.
Kind of fancy.
You're asking around about that. Not a lot of people seem to know what you're talking about, but as you're talking to people, you do know. I'm sorry. Give me a perception check.
All right. 14.
You notice two hooded figures kind of like trailing you. They're doing a bad job of it, but as you're talking to more and more people and just going around the city, you do know you're being followed.
All right. I'm currently in like a very public area.
Yes.
Right. All right. So I attempt to approach them and say,
"Oh, okay.
Excuse me, sirs."
Have you heard? Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Bahamut?
Yeah, they're taken aback, and immediately they try to avert their gaze and look like try to pretend like they're being normal. They don't know what to do with their hands. And he's just like, oh yes, yeah, hello. And the guy talking, he's like kind of gap tooth. He's a human. He's bald from underneath his hood, and his skin's all pockmarked and stuff. And you do notice he's missing like his right hand.
Do either of you know anything about any recent dragon attacks? I'm trying to investigate and find out who attacked my village.
Yeah, so, fuck your village. That's not what we're laughing at. We have hearts, I promise.
The guy he's like stammering. He's trying to find words, and the woman she just kind of puts her hand on his the other person with him puts her hand on his arm, and he's like she whispers he's even more handsome in person. And he's like, what? Shh. No, you are Max, right?
Yeah.
Max Stormcock.
from Stone Valley.
Yeah.
Max Thunder.
He says, I am Rembane, and this is Aneth. And then
saw
this
you
is,
on said
this is,
Tube.
this is Rosalie, and you see a third figure walk out. This one's a dragonborn female, so the two humans and the dragonborn.
Kinky.
And they he says, please, you must help us. I don't know of any more dragon attacks near Dragonsmaw, but our village Wakefield suffered a similar fate, and we were sent here to find you in hopes that you would help us.
Of course. How long ago? Where was it attacked?
Just barely a week. There's a new power forming in Dragonsmaw, the Dreadclaw Brotherhood.
Have I heard of them?
Give me history check.
Know what Max is doing for the next 5 days.
Heyo. I thought
12.
12. I'm sorry. Religion, is that higher for you?
Should be. I would. Yes.
As a paladin.
15.
Okay. Last you heard of them, they were like these really fringe fanatics of like Tiamat.
All right.
But that's about all you remember. That's it.
Okay. Come with me. I have some powerful friends, and maybe
Come with me if you want to live.
Get to the chopper.
maybe together we can help deal with this. Track the bad guys down and defeat them.
Yes, thank you so much. And they're all like clasping their hands and bowing their heads and stuff to you. So yeah, you take them where?
I lead them back to our house.
Okay.
Our
the
guild hall
or whatever.
Yeah.
Bring strangers to our house.
Next, what?
I was just going to say, after Max leaves, I go resupply, and then I head back to the guild hall, trying to find Grits.
Okay, Grits, what have you been doing?
I would like to find...
We're going to assume this takes over the course of the week.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Sure.
I would like to find a coat maker.
All right, you found a coat maker. Were you looking for a
His
specific
name
fabric?
is Burlington.
No, I already have the fabric.
Oh, okay, sure.
You have fabric?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why do you
he's
have
got his
fabric?
dead animal.
Yeah, you.
Oh, that's right.
You found a coat maker at the coat store called Now
poor
You Die.
thing.
His dead pussy.
It's
But it's
a
BYE.
pussy.
I,
Oh God! This pussy was hairy. And on that note,
Wait, did you make that up on the fly, or have you been saying?
No, it's written down. We know it is.
I've got shops get ready to go.
I asked them if they can make me a cloak out of Bahir's hide.
The guy's like, yeah, sure. This he whistles and he's like, this looks like a fine beast. Yeah, I could do this.
And then I ask, if you make the cloak, would it still have his like natural properties?
He looks at you and he's like, and kind of shakes it. He's like, what properties are you talking about?
Something me and the DM discussed weeks ago. No, I just get him. I was like, just make me.
He's like, no, I can make a cloak out of it, but whatever natural properties this had, it's beyond my skill.
That's fine. I just get him to make me a cloak.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Does it take the full 5 days?
Yeah, it'll take about that time.
All right. After that, I go find an arcanist,
An arcanist?
an enchanter. if you
Okay.
will.
Sure.
And I explained to him I have a cloak from a displacer beast,
Mm-hmm.
and I wonder if he can enchant it to have the displacer beast properties.
Yeah, he explains that he can bring forth whatever innate magical properties the pelt holds.
He goes, how much would that cost me?
He's like, well, it's not quite the cost, it's the time for something like that. Full size cloak, displacer beast. I haven't done one of those in a while. That would be I don't know, close to 30 days.
That's fine.
damn.
I at the end of the 5 days, I return, pick up the cloak, drop
Right.
it off with him, pay whatever it has to. How much would it cost?
Right, whatever he asks, right? Is that what he said?
So
I mean, it'll be like 2,000 or 3,000.
1,000?
Yeah. For a magical item, yeah.
He sells the guild hall.
30 days of work, bruh.
I was like, all right, cool. And then after 5 days, I just collect the cloak, and I don't do that.
All right.
Wow.
Kibe, you doing anything?
I am going to the marketplace,
And
Okay.
I am going
the biggest
with him.
marketplace.
Okay, you guys head to the biggest marketplace, the bazaar.
The
if you will.
bazaar.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to the first vendor I see, and I'm going to ask him who the richest, most powerful merchant is in town. And I'm going to rob him. No, I'm not going to do it.
Do you ask?
Say you do it.
All right. He said, "Oh, that would be the Mothchilds."
The Mothchild?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, if you wouldn't mind just pointing me in the direction of the Mothchilds.
He's like, "Oh, I mean, it's been generations since they've had to operate a stall out here. They moved on to bigger,
Sorry,
better
Dad.
things, but."
So it's like
I'm sure you can find them in the city if you have the right
the
connections.
city of Sedleo, but not Sedleo City, right?
Right.
I hold up 2 gold coins. Could you tell me where I might find Granddaddy Mothchild?
You said 2 coins?
Yeah, 2 gold
Yeah,
coins.
he takes them. He says, "Well, for starters, I would start over in Cloud Top."
I had the cloud top.
I walk with him and I ask Kibe, like, what are you on about, Kibe?
We're here to find the most important person in the town.
I have
And
plenty of centaur meat I needed to sell at that market.
Well, we're here for information.
You know what? You're right.
So, being from Topanos, knowing very well the most important people in town are the merchants. I'm trying to find the man at the top of the food chain.
You know, Kibe, you surprise me sometimes. And I pat him on the back.
Okay. Yeah, you head over to the Cloud Top district, and you're asking around, and someone points you to a house over there, and there's like a giant gate, and you see like mansion behind it, and everywhere. Like these are bigger spaced out houses, and they all have gaudy front yards or like areas,
Gardens.
and this one has the giant M's emblazoned on the wrought iron gates, and outside are like two like Swiss Guard looking guys.
All right.
They don't look anything like the city or even the King's Guards or anything. Like their attire is just as gaudy as the rest of the houses here.
Very nice. Okay, I'm go up to them and
They immediately cross their spears in front of you.
I asked them straight up, "You're going to put up a fight wearing that?"
He says nothing.
Says the
to
guy
you.
in poofy pants.
I do not wear poofy pants.
I will keep saying that until
They call out. They said, "What business do you have here?"
I say, "Oh, my good man, you're doing the Lord's work, protecting this fine gentleman's house, and I would like to speak with him."
You must have an appointment.
Nobody sees the dean. Not no way. No how.
Could you please inform Mr. Mothchild that the Dawnguard are here to speak with him about a business proposition?
And I shine my sigil at him.
All right, give me a persuasion check. With him helping, that'll be advantage.
All right.
flex that jewel on him.
Okay, let's see. I have Elegant Encounter.
Oh,
Courtier, sorry.
I forgot that.
Can't
For
read.
being a samurai?
Yeah, for being a samurai. So I can add my... Well, that's not going to help me. I'm just better at pleasing nobles.
I bet you are.
Oh, I do have proficiency in persuasion. Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
Which I believe is 3 now, right? So... 3... 21.
All right. He says, and he nods at the other one, and the other one, he nods back, and then they nod back and forth like 3 or 4 times. And then he says, and what is your name?
My name is Kibe Takashigani.
And Baron von Beauregard the Sixth.
Take a shit on me.
So they pull the spears back, and he produces like this stone orb, and he rubs it, and he just and it glows a little bit, and he says, "Let Mr. Mothchild know that Kibe Tashahani is and Baron von Beauregard the Fifth is here to see him."
I take notice of his mispronunciation of my title.
And then he waits. And then just a few awkward minutes pass by as everyone stares each other down. And then you hear the hum of the orb. And it's like... and you hear a voice come from the orb that says, Mr. Mothchild's not seen anybody today. And then he looks at you and he says, well, there you have it.
Should we tell the king about this?
I just tell Mr. Mothchild he's missing out on a very lucrative offer from the Dawnguard sent here by the king.
He says, duly noted.
No, that was a command.
Nothing.
You don't have an option. Fucking do it.
DM's having
Go ahead and
none
give
of
me a
y'all shit.
persuasion check again. This time at disadvantage because the conversation's because the conversation's been going on for a while.
I feel like you should flex his jewel and be like, do
Exact
it.
same roll twice. That's weird. 21.
All right.
Check those dice.
It's almost like he didn't even roll again.
Yeah. I literally got 2 16s.
Begrudgingly, he whips the stone out, and then he tells the voice on the other end that the Dawnguard request. And then another few minutes goes by, and he says, "Oh, he doesn't say anything." The stone says, Mr. Mothchild's not here today.
So
It's the DM telling you you're not getting what you want.
Well, who is here that we can speak to?
But your request has been noted.
I take out my coin purse
Okay.
and say,
You mean your actual the thing that holds your gold or your coin purse?
no, I take out my dick. No, because I don't actually have balls.
The centaur one or actually yours?
Anyways,
They're the same thing.
where is Mr. Mothchild?
That's not my business to know.
You're his guard. I would think you should be the only person to know.
That's absolutely incorrect. My job is to guard this gate, and I'm doing it. Dutifully, I might add.
Yeah, I really want in there.
Just kill him and go in there.
Hate to have to
That's
do
always
that.
an option.
You can't solve your problems with murder.
They're not murdering hard enough.
Who's next in command under Mr. Mothchild? I got 5 days, baby.
Just wait him out. He's gotta be back sometime.
He says that would be his son, Horion Mothchild.
I would like to speak with him then.
He pulls out the stone. And he lets them know. A few minutes goes by, and you hear the opening of the gate. And then even the two guards look at each other like, what the fuck?
And the closing of the DM's resolved.
We're spending our time doing this. We're doing it. Congrats, you broke him.
It's the brothel episode all over again. Except with no sex.
And so
We're getting to that.
see.
as the gate opens up, you don't see any like gate motors or anything. It's just magically opening up. They lead you up the long walkway, silently. They just lead you up to the door. And as they get to the large oak, these are like 15-foot giant doors. They open as you see people inside pulling the doors open, and it's a pretty big hall. Like I don't know, it's very like, Victorian, very open and spacious. With fancy like floral arrangements and furniture,
Like a hot dog down the hallway.
and
Yeah.
Grits is impressed.
What?
and then one of the servants kind of leads you guys in, and they close the massive doors behind you. And the servant says, "Please be seated."
I hand the servant my boots. I take them off.
He doesn't reach for them.
Gotcha.
He goes, long face, just kind of.
I set them. I drop them.
All right. He stares you down and says, "Please take your seats, and Mr. Horion Mothchild will be with you momentarily."
Gotcha.
Knowing something about high society,
Yeah.
even though I am Keybay,
Yeah.
I hand the man a coin.
You what?
I hand the man a coin
Okay.
and thank him.
He plucks it from your hand very like carefully. He's just like fingers out.
That's okay, Bay. You're always so generous to the help.
Quiet, you fool! You're gonna get us killed.
So yeah, in an hour goes by. You guys still waiting? Like it's
I just sit patiently.
down the hall that the same manservant and then another man. He's actually an elf.
Is there food about?
No.
I
Another man in very he has his blue velvety outfit. Again, everything as a very Victorian decor. This elf even has a powdered wig and just like blush and makeup and everything on, but very obviously a male. He walks down and he approaches you and he says, "Mr. Takashigani," and he puts a hand out.
Yes, and your name?
I am Horion Mothchild.
And I pull my hand back, I take my anchor out, and I immediately just go to one knee
Okay.
and say, Your Highness.
He says, that's unnecessary, but I do appreciate the compliment. And you, sir? And he holds a hand out to you, Baron.
I shake it and I say, Baron von Beauregard the Sixth. My family holds clout in the city of Gardoon as your family holds clout here.
Not quite the same, but I understand. Gardoon.
Suck it, Baron.
So you had business? I from what I hear, it was quite urgent with my father.
Well, I needed to get in here to speak with you, knowing that you're the most important family in town.
True.
With that, you hold the most information, as well as the most wealth.
Also true. You are well read.
I was wanting to know if you had any information on the king.
What kind of information do you desire?
Well, we're trying to. I being the Dawnguard, being one of the Dawnguard.
I'm the entire.
I am the Dawnguard.
He says, "Oh, I know. We've kept up with your exploits."
Of course, you have, Your Honor.
And I ask, impressed?
Our family has worked closely with the Dawnguard before, so you still have plenty of time to grow into your own, I'm sure.
Correct.
Throw into something else.
No,
Tough but fair.
we have just been getting into. I'm fairly new to town, even though I am a Dawnguard, and I'm trying to find out more information on the king. Is he good? Is he just? Is he fair? Are there things he's hiding from the townsfolk?
Well, to be quite honest, everybody's hiding something. Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
As far as fair and just, sure. I don't see why you would say he isn't. He keeps us safe. He keeps us protected. He keeps the city rolling forward. But I'm sure he has his secrets.
Is there anything in particular you could tell me about him?
Well, what would be in it for me?
A purple dome.
It's hard for me to say that you would need anything from me, but owing the Dawnguard owing you a favor is always valuable.
A favor, is it?
Anything you want.
Anything you want.
Whenever I want?
At night, preferably.
Whenever I'm available to help you.
Deal. As far as a king's secret,
I feel like that's going to bite us in the ass later.
I'm making another deal with Shaw.
he says, I do find it interesting that the king has never once in my lifetime, nor my father's lifetime, nor my father before that, left the kingdom. Seems he hasn't even ventured out to Sedlio itself. No one's ever seen him outside of the Citadel.
Interesting.
Perhaps that kind of information would be of use to you.
That is very helpful. Also, one other thing I might ask of you. Do you have any information on where... What's that guy's name? The one we write in the book to?
Noric.
Noric.
One of the king's men has gone.
Oh, the Rune Lord?
Yes.
Commander of the armies?
Correct.
I didn't know he was missing. But
It seems we've scratched each other's itches.
for another favor, I can find out for you, perhaps.
I don't know. At this time, I can offer you a second favor.
You know for sure Grits would fulfill all of his favors.
Okay, fine. Yes. I can assure you one of us will fulfill your favor. You have my word.
And that's all I require. Is there anything else I can do for you gentlemen today?
Absolutely not, Your Honor.
Do you have any food?
Of course.
We've been waiting.
Whatever you like.
I don't know where it's at.
Well, what do you want?
And I ask for
wants
some
man
roasted
bits.
spider guts. Haven't had some since I was back home on Gardoon.
Wow.
Roasted
On
spider
Gardoon?
guts, you say?
Indeed.
He claps. And
A bit of abdomen on the bottom as a plate.
Sure.
Please.
Sure. His manservant runs off, and then unnervingly fast returns with a plate of spider guts.
Hot dang.
Losing
dig
all my
in.
manners for a second, I just knock Baron out of the way and I eat them all.
God dang it. You don't leave any for me?
No.
He,
Contested roll.
he sends the manservant off to get some more, and you can tell he's very pleased and like he's very amused and watching you. Like he has his hand up. He's like, but yeah, after you guys eat, you guys like he pretty much he bids you farewell and he leaves the room and he's like,
I just give him the deepest bow I can and say, Baron, let's go.
I shake his hand.
all right. With
As one equal to another.
right. In your eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as he leaves, the doors open up and the two guards like immediately approach you guys to
Gotcha.
ferry you out of there.
I put my boots back on and leave.
And as a last sign of a peace gesture between the guards, they each get 2 coins.
Okay.
I gotta rub elbows with these guys, and then I do like one of those like high fives with Baron, where I like jump up and my legs go back and
Boom.
Gotcha.
right outside.
You guys just dab a little bit as you leave.
Yeah,
Right in front of the guards.
All
right
right.
from the guards.
So yeah, you guys head out.
I say, good show.
And that's how you get it done.
Let's say you guys head back to the guild hall. I guess.
Yeah, we head back to the guild
all right,
hall
before
after
you-
I go to the market and sell some of that centaur
All right,
meat.
you sell the centaur meat. I mean, give me a charisma check.
7.
7. At most, you get like 15 gold for it.
A good haul.
There's a lot of meat sellers. It's a pretty saturated market there.
Yeah, but nobody saturates the market with centaur meat.
A lot of people are kind of grossed out by that. It's a very niche market, centaur meat.
I go back to the guild hall and I
also little demand.
I go back to the guild hall with Kibay, and whatever he is doing, Barrett is getting wasted the next 5 days, as long as nobody comes up to him and says that there's responsibilities that he has to have.
Before you get wasted, you also stop by the post office, I assume.
I did.
Yeah.
Of course, to write my
Nice.
son.
Right. As you
Yes, right.
got information or got the equipment stuff to write a letter,
Yeah.
you received a letter
Aha.
from your family.
Who pinned
I
it?
hope you're sobering
Your mother?
up.
Got it.
Yeah. What's her name?
Oh,
Mrs. Beauregard the Seventh.
Gartha.
Gartha. Yes,
Gartha.
Gartha Beauregard. Yeah, it's just it's a very elated, ecstatic, congratulatory letter. And it's from both your mother and father, but your mother's penning it.
Gotcha.
As it goes on, they're so happy that the Beauregard family finally has one named to the Dawnguard.
Mm-hmm.
They say whenever you're able to return home, they will host a true Gardunian victory feast in your honor.
I look forward to the day.
Spider guts everywhere.
And there is a question. There's a rumor that the young Eustace Barnabas of the Prescott family was also named to the king, and they actually, like 3/4 of the letter is dedicated to pining over how well the Prescott
Wow.
family is doing.
Mhm.
That's a lot of the
And
letter.
they're gaining quite the reputation in Gardoon as one of the most prestigious families.
feel like
But
we need to
also,
kill
what you
them.
did is very impressive.
I write
Just
back
not
to
as
assure. I
impressive.
write back to assure them that
He's the
this Eustace is not a member of the Dawnguard. The king has maybe named him some responsibility or other, but he has named the Beauregard family the highest of honors that a citizen can achieve.
Okay.
I write back to assure them that the name Beauregard is well protected in my hands.
Okay.
I vote we just murdered this guy.
Second.
All right.
We'll help you out, Baron.
Finish
We
your
got
letter.
you.
Ralph, are you doing anything?
I spend the
What
next
did you-
5 days with my familiar, my cat,
Right?
Yeah, you
as a cat.
Okay.
And
Oh God!
You guys getting real familiar, huh?
we are befriending all the cats in the city.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a cat.
We are
orgy.
building a cat gang.
sounds like a cat orgy.
Catastrophe.
you beat me to it.
Just out of morbid curiosity, do you have a name for your cat gang yet?
Oh shit!
All right, that's a no.
Pussy galore.
It's canon. It's canon.
All right, yeah. So I mean, you notice the rest of your buddies congregating at a pretty nice tower. It's like 3 or 4 stories. It's very ornate, very historical looking. Do you try to go in there with them, or you're just out amassing your cats?
Oh yeah, we're
Keep
just
an eye
amassing. We're just amassing cats.
Sure.
You're just out for
Doing our
some pussy.
thing. We're crushing it.
And as the camera pans out on this army of cats outside of the Dawnguard Guild Hall, we'll go ahead.
What is their number?
Oh, it's in the throngs.
So many pussies. So many pussies.
There's so many cats in the city. And they've befallen their alliances lie with
They are
Ralph.
besmitten. Excuse me, bekitten.
Oh
with
my God.
Ralph.
On that note, we're gonna end tonight's episode.
I don't even want to record another one after that.
We'll pick up another one.
I need everyone out of my
pick
house.
up that next time. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my basement. His
So
basement.
I think we do have some news or announcements or some things to read.
Yeah, you guys are
fan-
fucking
fan
awesome.
mail?
How about
For
that?
real.
Yeah.
We got some iTunes reviews.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah.
No, we don't.
Sweet.
Wait for it.
Why don't you have this ready, man?
Yeah, so
'cause
for
I'm
future
drunk. Leave me
reference,
alone.
if you guys have iTunes or all of our Apple users, go on iTunes, give us a review. We'll definitely read them online no matter what they say.
You know what?
So
Even if you
literally
don't
whatever
have
you
Apple,
say.
go nuts.
Actually,
fucking sign up to iTunes and fucking
Yeah.
leave us a review. God damn
also, any review on Podbean, we'll read that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever.
If you send us any message on any social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, we will read that shit.
all right,
it.
so
Needy
what do we got?
motherfuckers. We'll
Literally
do it.
whatever.
What's the newest one?
Yep.
Huh, I
What we
got it. Our boy Tarken,
Yeah.
aka
Fucking love Tarkin.
aka Ghost of Timmy the Mute,
Yeah, Timmy.
5-star review. These guys are the best. I stumbled upon them when I was looking at up bards and podcasts because I wanted to learn more about how bards played in D&D. They quickly turned into one of my favorite actual play podcasts, so much so I decided to become one of their patrons.
Yeah.
What? Tarkin, our boy.
Bro. For real.
If you enjoy a bunch of guys sitting around a table, getting drunk, having a good time,
Accurate.
and making a lot of jokes, this podcast is for you. 420/69 dankest, air horniest podcast out there.
We have not had a single air horn this entire episode.
Look, I thought we were like just competing for regular horniness, but we're the air horniest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the horniest in 2 different categories. Yeah! DM to the rescue.
Speaking of Patreon patrons, we'd like to thank our patrons, Tarken, the ghost of Timmy Davis,
Yeah.
Jonathan Duchock, and Jarod Swafford.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Jerry?
Also, if you guys would like to join the ranks of our lovely, amazing patrons, there's a link in the description below. You can go check us out. There are a couple perks that we actually were just reworking, weren't we?
Yeah,
Have those
new
gone live
perks.
yet?
Check them out.
I don't know if those have gone live yet, but they're coming. They're coming. Like a
We're
porn
working
star.
on it. We're trying to be better, guys.
We
The
love
more
you.
you do for us, the more we do for us.
And from the bottom of my heart.
And the drunker we get, because we're gonna have a cooler full of beer.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Yeah!